Hello, everywhere. Hello, I am everywhere. Terry James, mindset coach and digital entrepreneur. How are we doing? Loads of energy bursting out of me today. I look absolutely tired. Hello down here in club rooms. Hello over there in Instagram, and hello everywhere else. Facebook groups, into LinkedIn. I have to look at them because there's so bloody many. YouTube and Twitter as well. I'm so tired today, guys. So tired, but it's really important to come out and do a live with you. There's like Instagram on that, other phones mucking around as usual. But hello there, and happy Sunday and happy evening to you. And I don't usually apologise for shit, but I'm actually going to apologise before I start today because I'm going to deliver you some heavy shit. I have been behind the scenes peddling away like a really good boy. A lot of DMs, a lot of posts, a lot of stuff about people being awake. And then what I'm doing is reaching out to people, and we're getting you all populated into our private community, a community of freedom seekers, of our awake people, so we can offer support and resources to each other as we transition into this, what is a really scary kind of reality, this augmented reality, and all these new systems that are coming in. Some of you might not even be aware of what I'm talking about, but it's going to happen anyway. And so we need to prepare ourselves for it. So if you are awake, if you are feeling alone, or if you feel like you're the black sheep of the family, like this one, then it's important to reach out and be around other people. Hi, Stuart. Thanks for jumping on, mate. Hope you're having a great day. Or hope or have faith. I'm sure you are having a great day. So without further ado, what we're going to cover. Well, after talking, hello down there. Thank you. I'm going to give you a wave. If anyone is watching on, please chuck up a comment. Let me know that you're there so I can shout you out. Or if you've got any questions, then just ask a question. Okay, thank you very much. So, topic: more young suicides happening at the moment than any illness or other kind of war, famine, or anything else they can throw at us, right? So that's the most politically correct way that I can put it. And I'm so careful about the language I'm using right now. And this is exactly why. Hi, Joanne Sims. Hello. Thank you so much. Where are you right now? I want to get as many awake people and aware people over to a private community so I can speak directly to you, invite you to private rooms, to Zooms, rooms, audios, so that we can speak to each other, so we can express our airs, concerns, share resources, and more importantly, just be there for each other as we transition. Also, there's a lot of people that know a lot of information that we can't share. So we need to do that. And there's a decentralization movement going on where basically there is freedom of speech in other platforms other than the one you're probably listening or hearing, watching me on right now. So I am a football fan, and within my football fan kind of journey and community, we do a lot of, I haven't for the last couple of years, but they have been on, I've just not been able to do them, a lot of walk and talks. Walk and talks are essentially charity-based walks between football grounds so that the football fans from all different football clubs will come together for charity, for the Calm Zone, which is the support. The Calm Zone is the campaign against living miserably, for the prevention of male suicide. Essentially, Samaritans is like a helpline for counselling and that kind of thing. Okay, so people dealing with trauma, people that are alone, and everything that's been going on the last couple of years, just under a couple of years. One thing is for certain: small businesses are fucking screwed. Middle classes are going to be fucking screwed, and self-employed are going to be fucking screwed. Basically, middle classes on the throes of being disrupted massively. So what does that mean for the likes of you, me, and anybody with half of conscious mind, which is worried right now? Well, it means that everything's going to be moving, changing, digital currencies, whether it's going to be the way in which we operate and live our lives. This year, every year's a pinnacle year. And I've said that in 2020, 2021, this is the year, pinnacle year. But this year is... I know about programming, conditioning, about hypnotherapy and that kind of stuff. And I wouldn't have been aware of any of this shit if I hadn't have basically been such a broken person and had to have gone rock bottom, pull myself out, learn some new shit, really discover stuff about myself with neuro-linguistic programming, through therapy, becoming a therapist, doing life coaching, helping people through their traumas and their trials and tribulations of their lives. I was just checking that I'm actually live in club rooms. I am. That's the Breaking Bad Love down in. Oh, it was Breaking Bad Love with Terry James over in Clubhouse. If anyone wants to get over there and listen to some of those audios, bit of an archive. So prevention of male suicide. So we did lots of walk and talks and a lot of supportive stuff and charity raising money and awareness. Met some really, really great people doing that stuff and doing my hypnotherapy and all that, managing to, being able to help other people. What awareness it brought to me personally, as soon as all of this stuff started back in, back in 2020, I really realized and it wasn't long after that, I stopped watching certain things like basically, I don't watch it. Netflix, Amazon, occasionally video, bit of football, streaming. Basically, all of these channels and even like YouTube and Facebook is basically like its own media production company. Each one of you basically have your own TV show. This is my production company, and I'm across 10 platforms right now. So anybody that's listening in wants to get closer, DM me, chuck up a hashtag replay if you're getting it later as well. So I started realizing about this fucking conditioning and programming that's been going on forever, society-wise, societal programming and conditioning for us to actually be a society, essentially. So I had to unplug from certain things. Massively beneficial to me. It meant that I then for a couple of years was able to work with people one-to-one doing hypnotherapy at my home. Then I moved into the online space where I was actually doing it virtually, doing groups, that kind of thing. I predominantly, my business is high ticket affiliate marketing. You see me do a lot of stuff to do with like health and wellness, fitness, because I'm on a complete mission to revolutionize the way that we exchange information, we can connect with each other. I mean, this is just using tools that we've all got available to us anyway, guys. I'm not talking about reinventing the wheel, but my mission is to help other people adopt a holistic mindset whilst getting fit, healthy and wealthy using this thing we call the internet, digital assets. So it's really, really important. I've got Deca and multi-billionaire mentors myself, and they blow my mind every time I talk to them. I get on the phone with them sometimes. Even my mentor called me on Christmas Day for a 15-minute chat, telling me about how I could change certain things I was doing. The words he used was, at the moment, I had so many things I wanted to angle in and do. And he was like, right, we need to basically take the chaos and create order. This is one of the reasons why I'm here and why I'm talking right now. I've had an emotional day today because after watching, I didn't realise that my football team was actually on telly yesterday playing football. So I missed it. I was out with family doing things with them. So I actually just used catch-up TV and I watched it this afternoon. Well, kind of watched it. I had it on in the background whilst I was doing my online stuff, reaching out to people in the DMs, inviting them over to the Personal Freedom Movement, which is essentially a community for the awake people in my own network. So I've got a network across all these platforms of over 25,000 people. So within the algorithms and how this thing works, if you didn't know, I'll be lucky to get 2% reach. 2%. So out of all of that, I'll be a couple of hundred people might see my posts and stuff. Well, that is bollocks. And the stuff that I want to talk about, and the stuff that most of you that are still actually watching or do watch and put hashtag replay and join my community, or actually working with me online already as a high ticket affiliate marketer in the health and wellness space, whether that being actually buying a physical product, then actually sharing that with the world, and it's improving your health and your family's health, and it's a sustainable income, future proof, and it's actually helping the environment and the planet. Real important. But what this is about is just about me inviting people to my community, and the community is purely there for people that are awake, starting to wake up, because some people now, after having a narrative for like over 18 months of saying this is that and that is that, and then with conditioning, programming, hypnotizing us from TV programming and from certain things, we're slowly being drip fed, and we're being pushed along a conveyor belt of a societal kind of conditioning, leading us to something like an agenda or a narrative. More and more people now are actually questioning that. More and more people are seeing what's happening in different places in the world and saying, hell fucking no, not on my fucking shift. But the wheels are in motion. The bus already left, and fucking so many people are already fucking chained to that fucker, and it's going down. So, hello, we're going to give you a little wave there down on Instagram. So please, it's really, really important, if you are completely synced, like you know exactly what I'm talking about, and you don't have a lot of people to talk about it with, and there's little groups that you're in or other people that you know, I implore you, personalfreedom.terrylifestyle Don't even know if I said that right now. personalfreedom.terrylifestyle.com. I did say it right, and I said it twice. Get yourself over there. I'm not asking you for anything to join this group. It's a Facebook group. It's a transitional group, basically. It's a place where I know I can basically have everybody in one place, nice and safe, because then I can post stuff. All I need from you is, if you've got a friend, if you've got someone that's actually on the same page as you, invite them to this fucking group as well. It doesn't sing too much about what the stuff I'm talking about and why I'm creating this group in there, apart from we are a tribe of people, a movement, a community of people that are awake and want to have a society or its own little community of people that are awake. So we can't actually talk about the shit that I'm talking about here, and I'm being very, very coy about it, and I have to be. But what it does allow me to do in there, it allows me to say all I need from you. I'm not asking you for emails. I'm not asking you for anything to go in there, not even any questions. Just get yourself in that group. Then when we're in that group, have a look at a few posts. Few of the posts, well, they're all from me, but introduce yourself, go in there, comment on things you like. If there's things you don't like, comment on that too, please. Engage with each other, because the more people that do that, the more people in that group. It's just over 200 of you now. I've had another 30, 40, 50 people have been going in there the last few days, because I'm building to something, and that is to have people in there. I've probably got about another 200-300 people actually that have liked or commented on certain posts. I have to go back in and then manually, and then you might not even get it because you haven't checked, or you're not that savvy on the tech side of things, and you haven't checked your message requests, and that's fine. Or get to you somehow. If it's meant to happen, if everything's happening for us, it is going to happen. And your time will come. So what I do in there is I say, right, okay, might be, for instance, Wednesday evening, I'm going to do a live Zoom. I can have 100 people on there with me. Who's with me? Create an event, or just throw out a link and get as many people on board so we can speak openly and freely to one another. That's what I'm talking about doing, guys. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Decentralization, about us being able to pivot into different kind of areas of this massive thing called the web, so that we can actually have more freedoms, that we can actually talk about certain things we want to talk about with the right people. It could be that people suggest stuff and say, actually, I want to talk about digital assets and creation and the new stuff that's coming out in 2022. Cool, let's do that. We might have people in a network that are in that community that are network marketers or into like crypto or trading. And we might say, okay, well, let's get together and talk about whatever trends are happening there, because some people might want to, be a bit scared and know lots of things are like scams and stuff, but want to know a little bit more information and meet people actually currently in that space that can help them, give them information, give them a helping hand. That's what we're talking about doing. Being kind to one another, being kind to ourselves first, and actually helping, supporting, sharing resources with one another. For instance, a private platform that I've set up that you can actually we can transition or move into at a later stage. I'm just using this as an example because I can upload sort of like an ebook library in there of like 100 ebooks, which is like worth, how much worth is an ebook worth? Let's say $5 each, 100 of them, £500 straight away. I can put stuff like that in there so I can share resources with you. I mean, I have it all. I have it. I have a school of marketing. I'm part of a community of 6,000 people, which is it's a network marketing community, and it's all based upon a school of marketing platform, so they can have the skills, tools, resources, everything that they need, so they can promote any product or service. How many, right, especially Amy's there. Hi, Amy. Especially with how many crypto scams are out there. Great for people to help each other out. Yeah, exactly. I know a ton of millionaires, successful people that do trading, that do crypto. It's not my thing right now, but I am learning a bit more about it and I'm interested. But right now, I concentrate on the couple of things I've got going on. And then later on, when I can actually get more people involved and I can actually speed up, basically by creating wealth online and recurring income and that kind of thing, and building teams and sharing resources, you actually create wealth that actually allows you to buy back time. Buy back time in the way of getting more people to do some of the things that take you time. For instance, I spent the last 2 days and the other night, all bloody night, uploading photos and stuff and actually sorting out some new platforms, waiting for like the authenticating it, waiting for them to actually approve me to be a creator on their platform. All takes time, but in time I'll have a team of people that can help me with that. I do have a team of people online, but we're all solo solo entrepreneurs, and it's down to each person to be the CEO of their own business. But however, when some of those people are actually within our community, or the bigger, wider community, struggle with things, I don't think it wouldn't be that unsavvy of us to kind of come together and say, okay, let's all promote one thing. Let's promote one brand. Let's promote one product. And then it could be that one person checks out the hashtags, one person messages people, another person does the graphics, another person posts the post, and then we all go in and comment on it. That's what I'm talking about with on our social medias. If someone is a healer, a consultant, a coach, and then we're all in this little community, and when we can actually support each other, and if someone says, oh, I'm really struggling with this, there'll be people in there that know the answer or either just overcome the problem that you're facing. And it might just be something to do with, I'm big on the holistic mindset, guys. I'm big on reprogramming because I know I was a fucking abuser and a victim in my own life for most of it, 37 years. I was just talking to my mum earlier about, I said, how hard do you think it is for someone like me that's basically, I was saying certain things to you 3 years ago, maybe even 4 years ago. And yes, let's come together, Stuart. Let's come together. I'm throwing that up there. Boom. Let's come together. Stuart's on the telly, guys. Look at him. Stuart's famous. See what I mean? We were actually in a filter pandemic as well. So I don't put a filter on. And look at this. I've got this massive bindi right there. And should I not even call it a bindi? But basically, it's a stress spot right between my eyes. But I don't care. I really don't care about that because, yeah, I feel a little bit run down. We had a David Bowie tribute on. It was a wonderful evening, actually, a charity-based. Yes, Stewie, let's come together. I'm leaving you up there, boy. Stewie's a friend of mine that I've been friends with for 13 years. No, 15 years, brother. 15 years. We haven't seen each other for about 13 years. We're actually meeting up in Sheffield in the UK next week. I've got my camper all set up, so hope we're all best will in the world. I'm going to be travelling up there, maybe staying in it, or I'll be crashing with my mate Stewie. And we're going up for a meetup. There's going to be like 500 entrepreneurs in our high ticket marketing. My actual personal mentor is going to be there as a speaker. He isn't part of our community, but he's my personal mentor. And so he's been invited by our community to come and speak. And so it's going to be fucking epic. Anyway, so with the football stuff and knowing about the reprogramming, I've really been in a way of being able to help people. But I'm very solution focused. I know that people do have to vent and talk about their worries and troubles, but unfortunately, because I know about victim mentality and about, it's so hard to even say these things, but about almost abusing ourselves because we've been programmed in a way to feel that we're not worthy and all these other things. Now, with everything else that's going on in the world right now, and I was talking to a couple of the guys because they said, oh, we miss you, Tel. We haven't seen you for a little while. And I said, I've got some real fucking big shit going on right now, and I'm going to be coming back doing some walk and talks. I was told a couple of years ago not to be posting about charity events and music events and stuff because I wasn't talking about my online business. And I thought, actually, fuck niching, because I'm the niche. If you're watching this and you like it, then then you're in the right space, and I'm talking about the right things with the right people. Then we're just about us getting closer, joining community. So I say again, if you are awake, if you like what I'm talking about, if you want to join, if you want to share some resources, if you want to learn some new shit and get around some other people that are probably in a similar place to you or can help you, or you can help them, more importantly, because we need to really help. Load of people liking that. Fucking brilliant. Thank you very much. Throw us up a like, a share, a comment, whatever we can to get this out to more people, and we can get people over with us and we can help and serve people. Okay, get over to the Personal Freedom Movement on Facebook. Okay, personalfreedom.terrylifestyle.com. That'll take you straight into the group. No fart arsing around, putting in emails and stuff like that. Tell you what, I'll get your emails and stuff later if you want to mail in this, but at the moment I ain't interested. I'm not trying to sell you anything. I'm not trying to fucking take you down a garden path or a fucking funnel. Right now, I am wanting you to help yourself, to help me, because I've got a couple of communities and I've had to step away from them a few times when they're sending me stuff about what's going on in the world and different things, and this is happening there and that's happening there, and this person's been deplatformed. All I'll say is, shit, I can't even say his name, can I? David Icke. Did anyone get that? Dave, Ike, all that kind of stuff. Okay, so we need to stick together. Lewis Adams has just come on down there in LinkedIn. Thank you so much, brother. Mate, you've got a massive responsibility. You might be one of the first people that's actually commented on a live from LinkedIn. So please tell me a little bit about yourself. Tell me how I can help you, or if you've got a product or service, mate, I don't give a shit. Please put it in there and other people can see it. You're very, very welcome to. I don't usually allow that. And actually, I get trolled on, what's that one called? YouTube. I get people like sort of scammy stuff pop up on my feed. I have to block them. So funny. So back on point. Personal freedom movement. This is about like minds coming together, okay? And where I've been talking to the boys, the charity stuff, and I didn't do any more of the walks. I did one of my own in Spain, and that was actually in the papers. And I've been on radio shows and stuff. Honestly, guys, I've done such a fucking amazing things in my life, and so for me to play small and to feel like I don't have a voice and that I get depressed and actually sitting down and not talking because of this whole narrative and not having the fucking balls to stand up and have a voice. That is serious shit, because I don't usually give a fuck about nada, which means nothing in Spanish. But that's even happened to me. And I said to my mum earlier, how hard is it going to be for me when it's someone like, I say too much, someone that's really close to me, say, having and going down that road, even when I'm saying, please, don't do that. You've got an immune system, and you can do this, you can do that, you can do that, but you've got to respect everyone else's opinion, right? Which is fucking hard. But then when something might happen in 5 years, 10 years, or people even sooner having complications, should we say, we're then the ones, aren't we? We're the ones that have got to sit back, say nothing still. And I think that's fucking disgusting. And also what's fucking disgusting, and you can tell how fucking annoyed and passionate I am about this, speaking to my friends from the charity-based things I used to do, which I don't do that much of it anymore, and I will do. I will fucking go back, and I will be helping Calm and the effort towards the prevention of male suicide, because more fucking people are dying. The stats that I read twice this week, 261 young people under the age of 40 are committing suicide every single fucking day. Now, let's get that into our heads, and I'm sorry, I don't mean to offend anyone. 261 fucking people every day taking their lives. Young fucking people. Why the fuck is that not being put out there? Why are people suffering in silence and nothing's being done about that? But then the news can have some fucking gopher that's a clown, can't even comb his fucking hair, you know who I mean, telling people not to do goals, not to do bloody New Year's resolutions, and fucking asshole telling people to go and do something else, which is more serving to whom? Okay, do what you want, okay? But I tell you this, I fucking care, and I care more, but when there's more people, young people, taking their fucking self-murder, and then all the fallout that has of people that are left behind. And I've seen that firsthand. And I got involved with this effort when it was 16 men a day. 16 men a day were taking their lives 3-4 years ago. And that's why I walked 14 miles between a football match with Arsenal fans, with Brighton fans, with whoever. And we would walk and we would fucking push. Grandad, bless him, a man called Grandad. It wasn't my granddad, it was Ed's dad. Ed would push his granddad. He was a carer for his granddad. And he was, I can't remember. I think he was an Arsenal fan. I can't remember. Beg your pardon. But he would push Grandad 14 fucking miles from Selhurst Park or the Emirates to the other way. 140 of us would stop and wait for that man to push his granddad and even help him carry him down the steps, carry him to St. Paul's so he could be in the photo with us. I'm talking about people that really fucking care about what's important, and I've got fucking tears in my eyes and a fucking lump in my throat because it fucking annoys me. So share this and be a fucking voice for people that are on their own and do feel that, if we're chasing happiness our whole lives, we're basically going to be fucking depressed, right? And it really annoys me, and I'm so passionate about being a voice and being a light for people that are stuck in darkness and need someone there with a big fucking torch to shine the light on it. And I know firsthand about being laughed at, being bullied, about not feeling good in your own skin, and that's me my whole life, and it still happens now. But I've got the resilience, the tenacity, and a bit of a gumption of I don't give a fuck, because I've gone through enough to not give up. And I wanted to give up. I had those nargles, I had those voices in my head, and I turned that around. I learned what I needed to learn. I reprogrammed, found out where that shit was coming from, even though that it's around everywhere, because quite frankly, we live in a fucking evil world, do we not? So then people actually, hello, Barb's sitting down there, and then people are taking their own lives and we don't hear about it. Let alone, let me tell you, about the 60 odd thousand children that go missing every year, and we don't hear about that either. What the actual fuck? So if you like what I'm talking about, if you get what I'm talking about, if you feel that there's actual passion and purpose and a fucking mission, and you believe what I'm saying, and you do like it, and you're watching, let me know you're watching. Join the personal freedom movement. Join our community. And then in there, we can talk, we can get to other places where we can actually have open discussions and talk and share resources. Okay? How does that sound? Thank you, Amy, for your support there, darling. Thank you so, so much for jumping on. So I need to put a post in the personal freedom movement because I've invited a lot more people today, and people will come over from the private messages, and that is great. That's absolutely fantastic. But also, it's really hard for me being the host of that party. I look tired. The other night, I pulled a 48-hour working through the night, and it wasn't planned. It's just something was there, intuition, and people that are like healers and spiritual people and even light workers will know. And some of these people that I'm meeting, more and more like minds, I will say to me, oh, there's this hypoempathic, there's people that are clairvoyant, and there's this, and there's all these wonderful things in between. But it's all energy, and if we believe in religion, and if we believe in spirituality, and whatever it is, whatever labels we want to use, we're all completely fine. We're in a safe place. At the end of the day, we're all energy. And if you want to, say Allah or Buddha or God, cool, I go by God, but that's because I believe it to be Jesus, God, and I actually was brought up in the Catholic school. And it was quite a funny thing is nobody touched me in there. So us ugly fat kids missed out on all the fun, didn't we? Sorry, that's not funny, but it kind of is. So it's a bit about my silly sense of humour. But yeah, but I can't even get into it here about religion and what atrocities have happened through the ages in the name of. Well, just look at the Crusades, for instance. Anyway, so it's super, super powerful, super, super important, and I feel on my own in some of this. There's sometimes when I've cut myself away. I've even been not even indoctrinated by everything that's going on here because I know more. Let me chuck that image up. It needs to be said. Okay, yeah, cool. Thank you. God, I'm losing my train of thought now. There we go. It's super, super important that enough people know that they aren't on their own. And even going through this, there's been times when I haven't, I hardly did any lives for the best part of maybe 10, 11 months. Yes, I lost my confidence a bit. I then had spent over £10,000 in my own private tutoring and mentorship for myself around influencers and creators and millionaires and decamillionaires so that I could learn the sexy success habits and build up that resilience and tenacity of really successful people. So then I can come back and actually give that information to other people that are a bit more like me, maybe a bit more either down to earth or a little bit more Larry. Who likes that word, Larry? Whoa. Look, I'm just a lad, right? I'm a lad that grew up in a town, a fucking awesome town, by the way, Royal Tunbridge Wells. It's spa towns that kind of really suits me of why I love the water and about sustainable living now. It wasn't always that way. I was a mechanic when I left school. I wanted to study business studies, psychology, and do what was it, like food tech and hotel management, that kind of thing. Wasn't allowed to because apparently I talk too much and I distract people and all that other shit. So what was that? That's ADHD, right? But we didn't have labels back then for it, and we wasn't even giving people pills. So from the age of 14, I actually self-medicated. Didn't know what it was at the time. Self-medication, by the way. And I smoked weed from the age of I smoked cigarettes from the age of 10. Just a lad, a towny lad from Tunbridge Wells. Mum and dad split up when I was sort of 13, 14, lost my virginity around the same time. brought myself up for, it was, very difficult for my mum. She was providing, paying for the house, all this kind of thing. My sister was off with her boyfriends. Felt like I was on my own for a couple of years. Very much I wanted mentorship, looking up to somebody who's going to teach me things, help me, save me even. Never happened. Didn't see my dad for a little while. Then my dad was going to go move to Spain, or well, actually that's a bit later, but my dad doing his own thing, still in the same town, all that kind of stuff, but didn't really have a lot of contact with him. Then when I was 16, 17, moved out, was very much, left school, did mechanics, became a fully qualified electrical and diagnostic technician, mechanical. Finished that and then left and went to work in a pub because I just basically was completely programmed to chase the punani. So I was basically, from a young age, I was going to parties, drinking, smoking weed, and all I wanted to do was pick up girls. Unfortunately, in my social group of friends, they were better looking than me. Actually, no, it probably wasn't anything like that, actually. But I would say, and I programmed myself to say, they're better looking than me, fitter and more worthy. However, what I know now what it is it's just natural charisma and confidence. That's all it is. Because I've got one friend that has the hottest and stunning girlfriends, but he's just got some like charm, charisma, charismaticness about him. But on paper, he's not a supermodel. But he's a beautiful man, beautiful soul. And I'm really grateful and blessed to have such wonderful friends that I'm still friends with now. And, 10 years can go on and we can sit down and have a drink and we're just 16 years old again. And that's a wonderful thing to have. I moved to Spain when I was 28 after leaving pub games. I'd done things like recruitment, didn't get back into the pub trade. And then I spent the next 10 years in Spain. I was chefing, DJing, doing me personally then. I drinking every day, doing coke, smoking weed. That was me. That was normal, just for a normal guy, normal people. So I'm very much well, you tell me, am I a diamond from the rough or am I a rough diamond? Who cares? But whatever. I am from the working class and I am learning and doing what I can to pull ourselves out of it. So now, with more and more like-minded people that need to know about certain holistic mindfulness tips, tricks and hacks, actually share information and resources, because I've spent 25 grand plus in the past 4 years on my own self-development, on my self improvement journey. And that's got me to where I am now. And I actually know a plethora of different tips, tricks, skills, and all sorts of things. But the thing is I don't deliver them that well, and it's very unstructured. However, when I get the right people in the right room and we're talking about things, I am like now, I'm really, really in flow. I'm not even thinking, it's coming straight out of me. It's authentic, it's raw, it's unapologetic. And that, I think, is fucking important. I think that kind of rawness, that realness, that being able to talk truth and actually inspire and motivate other people is super, super powerful and important. And as we've got this kind of like this digital new age wave, the metaverse and virtual reality and 5G and augmented realities, and there's artificial intelligence and Skynet's about to be plugged in, and the Matrix has actually been kind of given out to people and said, oh yeah, it's not actually a film, it's kind of real. It's a bit fucking scary, guys, isn't it? It's a bit scary. But it's also real, and so there's no point sitting back. Otherwise, I'd fucking hang myself now, and then I would become a statistic. And I ain't a statistic. I ain't a statistic, motherfucker. I can't even say it. Statistic. I'm not a statistic. And I'm not sadistic. What I am is someone that stayed quiet and scared for a year because of the stuff that I saw happening. And I thought, you know what? I can't keep shouting this out to the wrong people because it's affecting me too much. I nearly had a near fatal accident. And then that's an energy thing. And then I managed to get myself back and I went inwards and felt like my friends and my family all having like a fucking intervention saying, oh, it's all well and good you're doing this life coaching stuff, Tel, Bretsy, but you really go and get a proper job. Well, how fucking good is a proper job now? I do a little bit of security at a non-fucking profit place because they fucking value me and it's a great place to work. And even a night like last night, check out the David Bowie video from last night. And the bit at the end where it's like, we could be heroes. And there's all like the 30 different people from the different acts and the bands and the entertainers that have been up there, all up there just singing, passing the mic around. That is gold. That is gold, the atmosphere, the ambiance. That is what living and life is about. But we have these liberties and stuff taken away from us, like fucking like stupidly. So it's really, really not a good thing that's going on. And it's hard for people that have kind of known for years. I mean, everything that's going on and what's going to happen, guys, it's been documented in certain places years before, even history. If you're reading the right history or if you know the history. But again, it's down to opinion, isn't it? And I think that's where the problem lies here. Gonna throw up Amy with a bit of fire there. Yeah, Amy. Boom. I'm gonna put Stewie with "Let's Come Together." Let's come together, you and me forever, ever. Times are good or bad, happy and sad. Right, enough singing for me. But we've got to stick together. Well, let's come together. I'm gonna get off. personalfreedom.terrylifestyle.com. Please get yourselves in there. If you like this video, fucking save it. That really helps actually. I think you can save it, you can share it, you can like it. Well, no, love it. Love it's better. Get more points for that. Love it. Chuck up a hashtag replay. Have a conversation in there. Say hello, how are you? Then I'm going to ask you a question back. Hashtag a friend that you know's awake or someone that may be struggling right now. Struggling with worrying about what might happen in the future, worrying that they can't pay their bills, worrying about the safety of themselves and their family. Maybe they have done everything they could and done everything they've been told to do. And they kind of realize now that that's not working for them. Maybe it's not that it's not working for them, but what they told so they could go ahead and do something so they could feel better about themselves and say, oh, good old me, yeah, thank you, I'm doing my bit, doing my bit, yeah. And it turns out actually it's not actually doing this. You've got to do this now, or you've got to do that now. And it's like, well, why did I do that then? If you get that, losing it. If you get that, if you're woken up to that, if you're starting to question things and think, fucking hell no, man, I'm not going to wait until it's like going, oh, okay, it's my now 77th time, but I still need to do that and I still can't go there. Wake up and smell the fucking coffee, will ya? Wake up and smell the fucking coffee. The coffee smell stinks of shit. That's what it smells like. And so I implore you, help yourself, help me, come together. Let's come together. Stuart and I will be there for you. Got other people that get involved, and I also want it to be an open space. If I sort of have a private platform and I want other people to be able to come into that space and offer, I don't want those scammy, spammy motherfuckers that are going to come in and just take the piss and then start go through all the people that have joined and then start sending them, oh, I got this fucking opportunity, or just, hi, would you like to earn money online? No, fuck off with that shit. We are friends. We are not leads. We are not clients. We are friends. We are friends. And as friends, we learn, we support, and we know stuff about each other. We give first, okay? We give first always. So you could actually come into the community with all the best intentions, and actually after a period of time, yes, Amy, real people reaching out. After a period of time, you could then offer your product or service, like I did yesterday. I think I said it was like a Saturday feed, or no, it might have been today. I've been so busy, my head's all over the place. But I was basically like, tell us what it is that you do. We don't want that all the time, because then it just turns into a bloody message board, doesn't it? But you don't want it all the time. But sometimes it might be that someone goes, oh yeah, I'm a health coach, or I'm this, or I'm that. So actually, what I'm doing as well this week is I had a couple of people after doing my own weight loss challenge for 10 weeks. The first 5 weeks, lost 5 kilos, maintained that over 10 weeks. I've actually had a couple of people reach out and say, oh, will I help them lose weight? And I said, yeah, sure I will. But I'm going to have a couple of you do it together. We can keep the price down and the value fucking high. But I'm not going to be like, oh, I'm doing exercises with you as a PT. No, we're going to look at the psychology of the relationship that you have with yourself, the relationship you have with the food, and everything that goes in between. So where do you want to scale up in life? If you want to lose weight, there's a reason why. And the why is what's going to basically make you or break you. You get really clear over why you haven't done this in the past, why the environment has stopped you from doing that in the past, and what you can do so that it doesn't happen again is amazingly powerful awareness and really, really help you on your way. Making small habits and changes instead of not making this drastic change when then you're destined to fail because your body will go into some sort of fucking shock. Making small habitual changes over time and keeping consistent, you'll then create competence, which creates more confidence, and you'll slowly see the change. You'll notice the change straight away. But with any change journey, it just means about one step at a time, not radical diet, exercising every day, all these other things, cutting out of alcohol and all these other things straight away. You're destined to fail. It's too much too soon. But where I like to start is everything starts in here. So let's start there. Let's start with the relaxation. Let's start with the relationship with self. If you really want to soar in life, you've got to learn how to fly. First, love yourself. And when you love yourself, you're not going to pick up not going to go to the Burger King when you're like, sod it, I'll make a sandwich at home. You'll make informed choices based upon emotional attachment to the outcome. So that's where I can help people. I'm not doing a course or anything like that, or trying to sell anything to anyone, but I am there if people do want help and reach out. So which is quite good actually, because by actually working with a couple of people like that, it actually gives me the resources and time to actually things that they're going to need me to do, I can actually use. Like this, for instance, like this, I've got a phone down here and I'm actually going live to Instagram. Say hello, Instagram, looking back at the other one. So what it could be is I could be on a Zoom or doing something live, and then I could be filming it, and then I can actually use that content for an audio or something like that. But there's so many digital assets we can actually use. And the way that the whole creator space and that's going online is crazy. It's growing exponentially. As I said before, the metaverse, augmented reality, artificial intelligence, all that. It doesn't matter if you kind of think, well, yes, no, but it's here. It's here. It's been here a while. And whereas I thought, okay, this metaverse is just being created, no, I'm actually in a private community with a load of entrepreneurs. It's about 60 of us, and some of the people in this group have been on this stuff for ages. They're already creating their own tokens, NFTs, which is like a blockchain thing. I'm just learning about this kind of stuff now a bit more. Got their own crypto coins. They've actually got their own digital artwork that they kind of design and sell. And then when people click on that to watch it or to look at it like a video, it mines for you, and it actually then ups the value of its worth. Crazy stuff happening. Also, revenue streams, what's going on with the financial markets, what's going to happen with the global currencies, and how it's all going to be going into kind of like the crypto or in the Bitcoin kind of space or digital currencies. So there won't be cash. So if there won't be cash, you're basically not going to have any privacy because everything will be tracked, which is a scary time. Will we end up going back to doing things like just trading for things? Who knows? But this is the sort of stuff that I like to share, that I know a plethora of information. This is all opinion based. It's all for educational. It's all for fun, isn't it? It's all just a story. It's like everything. It's all a fucking story. It depends what reality you choose to kind of focus on, because wherever focus goes, our energy flows. I do feel better for getting out of it, but it is late and I'm going to go. Guys, thank you very much for jumping on. It's been an emotional one, and I'm glad to have said what I said. It does fucking annoy me. I'm very passionate about these things, and I'm passionate about helping people. In the past, I've tried to help people, and I wasn't in a great place myself, didn't value myself too much, and then the wrong things happened. I ended up getting myself in a bit of a pickle. I got caught in another country. I was then homeless, didn't have any money. My bank got hacked. It was a fucking mess. It was absolutely a fucking mess. And then the right people helped me out. I learned a lot of new things. And then I started, going down the roads of actually doing this kind of stuff, where I was actually being more authentic, talking about the right things I wanted to, gave away sort of having to be like, why do I have to niche? Why do I have to help people that are tradesmen? Why do I have to help people that are beauticians? Why do I have to help coaches or this? And I was like, no, fucking help awake people that are fucking attracted to me. I'm the fucking niche. Now, if people love that or loathe it, that ain't my responsibility. Okay. So if there's like 4 billion people using social media and you can get out there to enough people, you only got to have like sort of like 0.000001 like you, and you'd have tens, hundreds of thousands of people in your network, right? So fucking hell, Go easy on yourselves, and ask for things. Like, for instance, me saying, please share this with someone you might know, tag your friend in it, have a conversation in it. Lewis Adams has come over there on LinkedIn. God bless his soul. And, universal energy and love coming out to you, brothers. First time I've ever had a comment with a little LinkedIn thing on there. So that's a first for me, and that's exciting. Very exciting times. Right, I'm going to go. It's late, and the time is 2:22. So love yourselves. I'm going to say goodbye down there to you guys in the clubhouse room. Thank you. You've got all the information. Come back and see me. And you guys get yourselves over to Breaking Bad Love with Terry James in the clubhouse rooms. I've actually got a club in there called Tell Bretsy, and that is essentially, we've not actually gone live in there. Essentially, I want to get some people in that club, and then you can actually tell Bretsy, come out as a speaker yourself to tell yourself what, tell other people what it is that you believe, tell other people about the product, service, or how you're helping people, and you can actually tell Bretsy, tell me or ask me questions. It could be about where you are, what you're doing, spiritual stuff, or bit stuff to do with like energy. But it's a great opportunity. So get yourself in there. I'm leaving quietly. Toodaloo. Boom. That's out of there. Right. Instagram. Guys, it's going to be archived up in a like spiritual chat in the back as well, but it will be on my front feed. So please, keeps dropping in and out. That's fucking bullshit, that is. So Instagram, love you. Good night. Throw up a comment, please. Hashtag replay and tag people that you know in this, and get yourself in the personal freedom movement over in Facebook, and so I can give you the best service possible and get you moving the needle this week, because I've got hundreds of people to message. I'm fucking, my head's all over the place because I'm like, I need to do this live. I need to message person back. I need to speak to my missus in America. And at the same time, I need to stop and have a fucking breath, do a meditation, reset, get some fresh air, and drink lots of my water. Hard life, right? But I love what I do and I'm passionate about it, and that's what's important. See you later, Instagram. Boom. Gone. Poor connection. No, you're still on. Now I'm ending you. Yes. God, blimey O'Reilly. Okay, I'll sort that bit out later because I need to do the little thumbnail thing there. Guys, on those other channels, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much for Twitter. Twitter Spaces is actually like Terry James 1981. YouTube is Terry James, Mindset Coach, Digital Entrepreneur. LinkedIn, I think it's Terry James. But if you put in Breaking Bad Love is actually the nickname. Oh, Namie's got a little thank you and good night. What's that one there? Awareness. Oh, awesomeness as ever, buddy. Oh, thanks, mate. That's so cool. Thank you and good night. Oh, it's cool. I'll leave that one up there. Really cool. Yeah, and in the groups, I've even sent it into the old personal freedom movement. So if you're in there and you're watching this, even more importantly, if you've just joined and you see this video in there, go in, introduce yourself, so that more people in that group that are a little bit dormant or not really active get a fucking rocket up their ass. Because if they're not actually engaging in that, they're coming out. I'm not actually going to be talking about stuff and inviting people to private seminars, webinars, and actual rooms and masterclasses with me if they're not fully engaged, right? Because if you're not singing, they might be walking in the wrong direction. Okay, we're dropping seeds and we're there shining the light in the corners for everybody. Okay, we're here for everybody, but people need to be there for themselves. Okay, that's the biggest and hardest step to take. See, there we go. Look, there's one. That's YouTube. Some cheeky fucker trying to put up their bloody, well, block you bastards. Someone's putting up some bloody dodgy Russian bloody fucking Chinese fucking symbol or something. I don't know. So don't want to cover anything else. Well, Terry James, my personal page, we're actually maxed out on the amount of people on there now, pretty much like 5,000, but you can follow that. You can get that by going at Bretsy, BRETSI. You can put in BRETSI 77 and you'll get to the Terry James official entrepreneur fan page, followers page, where that's the one I've really got to grow, because that's the one I can run ads to for business and stuff like that and get more awareness and that kind of stuff. And that's cool. That's the one where you actually turn on monetization tools and things like that, not your personal account. And I can teach anybody about this stuff it's free to the asking. Then if you want to go to actually change my old hypnotherapy, the High Hopes hypnotherapy page, into Terry James private coaching and mentoring, because of these couple of people actually asked to do the the weight loss journey, and I said, well, it's not only weight loss, we're going to do the whole life coaching thing as well. So we're going to essentially we're going to be talking about programming your mind so that you can actually give yourself positive thoughts and actions so that you actually step into that life and that person that you are inside of the meat suit that you're currently in, that you're feeling like you've got a Ferrari inside your engine, but actually you've got like a Skoda shell on you. So it's about changing those self beliefs. I've also gone live today into the inner circle. The inner circle was over 18 months ago. I had like a handful of clients and I wanted to bring them in. And when I did like the live sessions with them, and we did live hypnotherapies and meditation, reprogramming audios, things like that, I would then edit them, put like, do the graphics and all that, video creation. And then I'd actually drop it in that group so they could all benefit from it. But like most things, if you don't pay, people don't pay attention. Free information is worth every penny, and it's a plethora everywhere. You can get everything that you want for free somewhere, but we actually need free things to make anything like that happen. And we need community, we need accountability, and we need implementation. And I think a massive one of the implementation and the accountability is being in the right environment. Being in the right environment, the right people going to hold your hand, keep you accountable, call you out on your bullshit, but also going to give you the information, support, and resources to actually make a success out of whatever it is that you're looking to do or achieve. And breathe. And of course, the personal freedom movement's up there. So, the little handle for the Terry James personal coaching and mentoring, which is actually the oldest page that I have. There's only been like genuine sort of like 1,000 odd people in there, is actually at Bretsy777. So it's at Bretsy's personal page, at Bretsy77 is the business page, fan page, and then you've got the at Bretsy777, which is actually the coaching mentoring page, which was the old hypnotherapy page originally. And it only took me a year to change the name. It wouldn't let me for ages. There's some update and it said I could, so I thought, why not? It's another resource. It's another 1,000 people that I'm actually doing this live to. Might be people on there that are going to see this more so than the other pages. The algorithms are like 2% anyway. So basically, it's about time that we get the right people into a separate group and we start moving somewhere else so we can actually have more in-depth conversations, talk about the problems that we're experiencing, the problems in the world, what we're going to do about it, what we're not going to do about it. Okay? Speak to yourselves kindly. Remember, everything that we need inside us to be happy, successful, and to be loved comes from within. Otherwise, often we'll go without. And if you get triggered and there's unwanted feelings, it's certainly time to be aware that it's time for healing. Love you loads. Love yourselves. Do me a favor, please comment, share, #replay, so I can get back to you and say thank you. And get yourself into personal freedom movement and take as many other people as you can with you, please. Personalfreedom.terryjames. Oh, fucking said it wrong again. Personalfreedom.terrylifestyle.com. Okay. Cheers, guys. My day go. Happy Sunday. Speak to you soon on another.